Hey, remote learners. I'm Mr. Noakes, and this is Computer Lab at DeKalb Middle School. Now, remote learners, we miss you desperately here at DMS, but we definitely understand with everything going on, our safety is the most important. And we hope to see you back at school, and hopefully all this settles down soon. But as far as computer class goes, if you were here in the building, you would only have me once a week for computer class. So that means each week you're expected to complete only one lesson for computer lab. And we'll try to make this fun. We want this to be something you look forward to each and every week. Now, of course, you're going to have to check your Google Classroom regularly. Now, here's one I've just chosen to just ignore Monday's second period. You may not be in that class, and that's okay. Now, this week, we didn't really get to do a teacher-student lesson. We've just been doing a lot of housekeeping items like where we go at fire drills, when go to the restroom, things that probably don't apply to most of our remote learners. Now, something that does apply to you, we did talk about the computer syllabus. So let's talk about that for just a moment. And when you click on that, it's probably going to come in and it looks really tiny, okay? So to make that larger, and this can help you in another class if you've got something really small, go to this magnifying glass, go to the little arrow, and we want to zoom it in to 100%. We want to zoom it in to 100%, and then it's going to make it large so we can actually read it. So let me go back up here to the top, okay, and look at our course description. So during this year, you guys will be progressing through a course called Computer Science Discoveries, using curriculum created by Code.org. Now, my students from last year that I had, my 7th and 8th graders I had last year, you will be very familiar with Code.org. And for those that are not, no big deal. We're going to get everybody in starting next week. Computer Science Discoveries, and it is an introductory computer science course that empowers students to create authentic artifacts and engage with computer science as a medium for creativity, communication, problem solving, and fun. And then I went ahead and listed each unit that we will be trying to complete through this year. Now, to try to make things easier for me and you, every student across the board, every student at the DMS is going to be doing the same lesson each week. Does not matter what grade you're in. So if you've got a younger sibling, an older sibling that's also in my class, you're going to be doing the same assignment, and hopefully that will help everybody involved. Now, something you might want to write down is my email address right here, justinnoakes@dekabschools.net. I've got over 20 Google Classrooms for all my different classes. So there's a good chance I may accidentally look over a comment in one of those classrooms. So if you need to get in contact with me, the best way to do that is to email me at that address, justinnoakes@dekabschools.net. And I can help you with a computer science question for our class. I can help you with some technical questions if you're having trouble with Google, having trouble with Skyward, things of that nature. Shoot me an email and I'll try to help you out as quickly as I can. Excuse me. Now, on to the supply list. Of course, you're going to need headphones at home. You're going to need your Chromebook charged, ready to go when it's time. Now, this is going to be a section you want to be paying close attention to where it says distance learners. This is talking to you guys at home. Please check Google Classroom regularly for class updates. There will be only one assignment posted on Google Classroom each week. Assignments will be posted on Tuesdays at the latest. I know I'm a little late this week. It's been crazy over here, and I'll try to do better and have that done by Tuesdays. And then students will have 1 week to complete each assignment from the date it was assigned. So if I post it on a Tuesday, it's due by the following Tuesday. It's, again, one lesson per week. Now, my next slide my next page, this is talking about enrichment. Now, you may be in my enrichment class. If you are, we're going to be doing a different project for your classes each week, and I'll post that in the enrichment Google Classroom, okay? So that may apply to you and that may not. Now, participation, that's a big thing with Computer Lab and computer science, and even with you guys at home. Students, this is my in-house learners and my guys at home. Students will be expected to behave in a respectful manner as they participate in each lesson. You'll be expected to give your best efforts and approach each lesson with an open mind as students learn the ins and outs in coding. As we do this new coding, we're going to be learning HTML languages. We're going to be designing our own web pages, our own games. A lot of that's going to be fun, but you're going to come into a time where it's going to be going to get a little frustrated, okay? Don't fret. We're going to get through it together. And if you're having issues, please email me, okay? Now, this is talking about the restroom policy, which doesn't apply to you. You go to the restroom when you need to, and free time there, okay? That doesn't apply to you either. Now, one thing we also did this week, and you may want to do this at home. You may want to do this at home. I think this might be useful for my students here and my students at home. What we did, what I created for each student is a cheat sheet. And on this cheat sheet, it's an index card. It doesn't have to be an index card or a piece of paper at home. I would write down my Google email, my Google password, Skyward password. Those things you're going to need each week. And sometime you may wake up and you may just all of a sudden forget. That's why we're going to create this cheat sheet. Now, most of my 7th and 8th graders know how to get into Skyward. Others might not. So if you need help with that, please shoot me an email. Notice at the bottom of the index card is our web page, www.dekalbmiddleschoolsaints.com. That's something that you're going to want to go to very frequently. DeKalb Middle School. One moment, please. Can I get you to sit down in the middle of the recording? You're fine. Sorry about that. With the computer lab, especially this week, a lot of interruptions. That's part of it. But anyway, DeKalbMiddleSchoolSaints.com is where you need to go to. Now, if you're a student that we had last year, it's changed. The whole design has changed. If you hover over these icons, you can see that. One place you're definitely going to want to hover over is where it says Quick Links. This is where you can get to Skyward. A lot of your teachers are going to tell you to go to Clever to log in things. Go through DeKalbMiddleSchoolSaints.com. Now, a quick thing on Skyward. If you're trying to get into Skyward and you never have before, the username looks like this. It's the first 5 letters of your last name, which mine is only 5 letters, so it's got the whole thing. And then it's the first 3 letters of your first name. My first name's Justin, so it's J-U-S. And then more than likely, yours is 3 zeros. So it's going to be, mine is Noakes, just 3 zeros. Now, if you don't know your password, email me and I can help you out. But before you email me, try this. Student with the number 1, STUDENT, with the number 1. That's like the default password. If you've never got in, that should get you in. So before you try that email and email me, try that. Again, first 5 letters of your last name, first 3 letters of your first name, 3 zeros, and then a password is going to be student 1 if you've never changed it, okay? So that's all I've got for Computer Lab this week. We just kind of made that cheat sheet. We talked about the syllabus. We just kind of did a lot of housekeeping items here in Computer Lab this week. So next week, we'll dive into our first lesson with code.org. Okay? And always, if you need me, shoot me an email at justinnoakes@decabschools.net, and I'll try to get to you back in a timely fashion, okay? We're in this together. Don't worry. I know that we've had a lot of questions. Bear with us, me and all the teachers, as we try to get organized and try to figure out the best way to teach you at home as we teach students in the building. Okay? We miss you guys, and I can't wait to see you when this all is all over with and it's safe again. We'll see you later. Mr. Noakes out.